Hello and welcome to the Today Show with me, Suzanne Parker. Now today I'm joined by several candidates from UKIP who are hoping to be elected to represent the party in the parliamentary elections for Croydon South in 2015. I'm joined now by Elizabeth Jones. Elizabeth, welcome.
Welcome, Suzanne.
So you're one of the UKIP candidates standing, hoping to be elected to represent the party. What do you think the key issues are, first of all, for Croydon South?
The key issues are always, as they are nationally, issues with regard to transport, education, social services, local economy, local power. Our philosophy is for power to be pushed downward and outward. We want to bring in local referendums, so 5% of people in a ward or a constituency get together, they can have a referendum about any local issue which is important to them.
And tell me a little bit about your background. What's your journey so far? What's brought you here?
My journey so far is that I joined UKIP in 2010, and I joined UKIP solely because of Westminster City Council Conservative policy to bring in practically a zero parking policy in certain areas of Zone 1. I found this an extraordinary anti-small business measure, anti-freedom of movement, and I found it basically ideological bullying. I was very involved in that campaign. All of us got together, and it made me aware of the importance of people power and how if all the little people get together, we can defeat the aims of politicians who are not acting in our best interest. So we were successful there, and Westminster City Council's Tories' plans to curtail parking in Zone 1 were defeated. So very satisfying. So thereafter I joined UKIP. I was stood in the general election, the GLA. I've been in 3 by-elections. I contested the MEP election for London, another election for the local election in Lambeth, and I hope to be proceeding again with the general election. I was also very involved with the campaign against intervention in Syria.
Okay, and do you think that UKIP is a real contender to challenge the Conservative Party? Do you think you can overtake, traditionally it's Labour that's seen as a competition, it's seen as Conservative Labour. Do you think UKIP can now get in there and pose a real challenge to the Tories?
Of course UKIP poses a real challenge to the Tories. It continues to do so. Even if we don't get elected, we exert a very considerable influence over the Tory party. For instance, Syrian intervention. This was a policy which Cameron was supporting. UKIP was totally opposed to it. We succeeded. Recently, I believe it's April of this year, councillors ceased to be eligible for local government pension scheme. This was a UKIP policy. We were very much opposed to councillors receiving this pension. That has now gone. We exercise considerable influence without being in power, and we will continue to do so. Of course, we are a huge push generally in the United Kingdom. We are the political energy of this country.
Elizabeth Jones, thank you very much.
Thank you, Susan.